Hello, dear ones. For this Temperance Transmission, I just want to address a bit what is going on in the field. But collectively, what is basically happening is that we are being forced to raise our standards. We are entering a collective cycle around clearing off our path, clearing off our communication. It has been very challenging for most people, especially challenging for the sensitive ones, the ones that are more open to perception of the subtleties of this reality. It's all about alignment. It's not a punishment. It's not properly an attack. Yes, there are inverted forces at play in this reality. We do know there is an inverted matrix that is trying to go against life, trying to go against love and truth, expansion and evolution. But those forces are not the whole. Those forces cannot dominate because they're just part of the spectrum. And I do feel like if people continue to believe that, they're just feeding off that system of duality. But yeah, individually speaking, everybody more or less in a more present or manifested ways are going through a period that is asking for truth, that is asking for inspired action, that is asking for coherence with what we know and what we do, what we say, how we live. What are our values? Do you have any values? Have you thought about it lately? Because it's very important right now, more than anything. And it's in the simple little things in our life. It's not really about this spiritual war going on between light and darkness. And no, that's also a distraction. The only thing you can actually change is your own perception. It's your own reality individually. It's through the small things. It's through every little action in every little moment to get more and more conscious. Our power comes from our consciousness. The more conscious we are of ourselves, the more we can change ourselves. The more, therefore, we can change our external reality, because our external reality is formed through our perception, through our belief system. Right now, it's imperative that we self-resource, that we stop, that we take some time, that we pause, that we really go within to find the resources and the information we need individually. My message here today is really just stop listening to what comes from the outside and go and sit with yourself and listen to your own inner guidance, because you do have it. You don't need a guru, you don't need a teacher, you don't need whatever, you don't need your mother, you don't need me. You have access to your guidance, and your guidance is perfect for you, not for anybody else. What I need to do in my own path to align with my higher self, with my soul, and to live a more fulfilling, more truthful, more healthy life, it's only up to me. The same formula doesn't apply to anybody else, because nobody else is me. We are all one, but this is the thing of the paradox of this beautiful reality, is that through our differences, through accepting that we are separate, then we unite. Not forcing things onto each other, not forcing formulas. There are major laws, universal laws for sure, that apply to everyone, but the path is unique. Each path, each life is unique. The solutions you may find for yourself are within yourself. They're not going to come from the outside. And that's one of the things people will be shown this year, time and time again, by life, by nature, by the organic matrix of this reality, which is much, much more potent than the inorganic matrix, which I really encourage you to detach from. It's not that we are not aware of what is going on in the world. Again, consciousness and awareness are powerful, but it's not to give it power and attention. We can just take notes. Sure, we can sense, we can feel what is going on around, but to not stay stuck in the narratives that those things will dictate the future, that those things will dictate how your life is going to be, because they won't, if only you don't allow it, right? If you give it too much time and attention and energy, probably they will shape your reality, yes. But the more we realize that all of this external collective crumbling of the system is actually staged. Everything is staged. What is going on in the collective world? Okay, I'm not saying it's not partially real, but it's only partially true what is happening, because honestly, I feel deep down there's a lot more evil and darkness happening other than the one we see on TV. I also have been getting this information from like the other spectrum of the spiritual community. A lot of people believe that we are changing already for a fifth dimensional perception, and we're just in the starting point of it. It's going to take a while in terms of time frame, which time is relative and is a construct of the human mind, but still it expresses here in this material reality. And that's the fun of this material reality, is to live within the construct of time. And it's going to take a while until all these beautiful things of New Earth and Shalalala land happen. It's going to take a very long time. We're just starting, okay? We're in the baby steps of this change, which is amazing. It's amazing to be able to witness this. But at the same time, that narrative is also being used to distract people from the real work we need to do right now, which is individually. We're not in the new earth. We're not one yet. We still have a lot to work on ourselves. Before we are able to have this beautiful, grounded, coherent communities, before we have that, we have to be and live like that ourselves. And most people, I even speak for myself, I try to. I'm learning how to, but I'm a baby into this living by the laws of the universe, really understanding how sovereignty works, really clearing my attachments, my patterns, my toxicity, my programming. We have so much work to do. And of course, we can help each other. For sure. I'm all about that. I'm all about connecting and sharing and helping each other. But don't get into the illusion that you don't have specific things to do for yourself. And right now, how that is translating into the individual experience is that in each person's life, there's something that needs to change, or multiple things. If you have attached to a lot of things that are just a distraction into your most high beneficial path, well, you have some clearing to do, and it will take courage to do it. We are being asked to really get honest with ourselves, really get observant of ourselves, knowledgeable, and able to transmute and to change our little things in life. The ways we cannot create coherence in our life, like when we say we believe in something, but then we let ourselves be fooled. We basically choose to be ignorant to the truth because it's very comfortable. But it is very important to start to act in accordance to what we already know in a deeper sense. It's not an easy change that it's being asked of us. It's really like, just a level of coherence that is being demanded more and more and more. And if we don't do it, of course, we're going to be against the organic flow. One of the things also I feel people forget is that the inorganic system, the system that is implemented, wants us distracted. Of course, it rewards us every time we go for something that is actually not good for our path. And sometimes it can be something very dear to our heart. A lot of people are experiencing that disruption within family dynamics, right? Like things that you knew internally that were not good for you, that were not aligned for you, that were outside of your value system, but you still kept enduring. I'm not saying like accepting, because in the end we have to accept where people are, right? Cannot really change them. But there was like this level of abandonment, this of self-abandonment that a lot of us would go through. We would prefer to abandon ourselves just to keep the peace and endure things in our family dynamics. And right now the universe is a bit like, no, No more. This cannot continue. Just for the sake of superficial harmony, go against your truth, your essence, your authenticity, your values. No more. If we do that, we create just this distortion even more. And then, of course, we will feel it in many different ways in our own reality, usually expressing as some friction, things not flowing anymore. Like we create struggle because the universe, the divine is like pointing there to coherence, to your truth, no matter what, no matter how the people in your family perceive you, for example. Just stick to what you believe in. Just stick to truth. And if we don't do it, of course, we're gonna feel the friction and the resistance of that because we are being pulled organically towards there. And if we resist, it's draining because we are resisting our destiny, and that takes a lot of energy. I think that's it. I think I made it clear. Yeah, that's it. Don't fall for the external appearance that this is whatever is going on with you is something that comes from the outside. Everything is actually being projected and emitted from within us. So it is important to really get conscious of that and answer for it. Be responsible for your own decisions, for your own reality right now, and go within, listen to yourself, really try to connect to your own inner guidance. It is the best way to navigate the next few years, and I would suggest that you start doing it now because it's something that we need some practice. The times we are entering in, they're challenging. They're going to be amazing and challenging at the same time because that's the beauty of this reality and the moment we are living right now. We will set the foundation for the future generations to be born and live with a consciousness. I'm not saying in the world that it's perfect, but with the consciousness of what is true. And the truth is that we do live in a very dark world, in a very inverted reality, and that is disguised as this nice thing. We think we are in this good place. We already had a lot of hints throughout the years, throughout centuries, that we're not living in this very nice place, but we are programmed to kind of accept it and adapt. And the level of distortion is so great that it will take time and work to heal this distortion. And it starts within, it starts individually. So you have that access, you have that power. Of course, if you want to connect to like-minded individuals, please say so, connect, let's hang out, let's talk about this, because it's really, for now, the only thing we can do to each other is that sharing point, sharing our experiences, and just knowing that we are not alone and that we are here for each other. But in the end, you have to walk your path. Nobody will walk it for you. I hope you're doing good in this challenging times, and if you don't feel any of this, good for you. Or not. I'm joking. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your time if you reached this far. This is Temperance Transmission, and I hope to see you soon. Much love.